On, guys, ChaseWins.com coming to you for Monday. New week, guys, October the 14th. Let's get on it. It's a rough weekend. Did not do a free play Saturday or Sunday. Saturday, I had to do a little bit of traveling late in the afternoon, so I didn't plan on doing one. And then yesterday, very busy morning getting plays out, then getting with Patrick for NASCAR, doing that, and getting through a bunch of emails and stuff. And then by the time I got everything done and posted, we only had about an hour till kickoff. And by the time I would have gotten the video recorded, posted, it would have left very little time for people to view the video and actually get the free play off. So, but it's okay because we gave out 3 official free plays in the live shows that I did this past week, which we'll have more of those this week. Wednesday, Thursday for sure, but we're going to try to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But so we had given out Miami against the spread. They took care of business on Friday as a free play. Tennessee outright as an underdog as a free play. They won outright. And then we did give out Kansas City it's either -4 or 5 in the free play or on the live show. They did not come through. They let Deshaun Watson come back and look like a god yesterday. But it was a bad weekend overall. Me personally, I can't think of a week, because obviously most of you people don't know me from 5 years ago, but it's been 5-6 years since I've had a weekend that bad where I've literally gotten backdoored on 90% of the stuff that I play. And it's not just losing a game. Losing a game is one thing. I can handle losing a game. You manage your bankroll properly, like I always preach, you could go out there and lose every game for a month and you're not out of the game yet. You're still going to finish out the year strong, but I can make peace with a loss very easily. I can. It eats at me for my clients. One thing I can't make peace with is getting back to order teams that just come out of the gate the way they need to and then just and it's on them. It's not the opponent coming back and making it a game, or the opponent coming back and winning, or the opponent coming back and doing such miraculous things. It's the team that damn near gives it away. That frustrates the immortal hell out of me. But hey, there's no excuse. A loss is a loss is a loss. And I took some this weekend, no doubt about it. We came into this weekend running so hot we were damn near overheating. The last 16 top plays, we had hit 14 of them. We were hitting double top plays almost every day for a straight week. A double game of the week last week that we hit. We were profiting money every single day. The NHL was on like a 15-3 run. Now we have dropped a couple of games there, but we are on an 18-5 run, so it's okay. We are still absolutely crushing the NHL. But football, college football, we have not had a bad college football Saturday. We've had a close one, but we have not had a bad college football Saturday all year. And what do we do this weekend? We start out, we have a top play on Georgia, South Carolina, over 52. It started out the way we needed to, a little bit slower than I liked. But even going into halftime, there was 27 points on the board, and each team had come out of the gate slow. Well, I say each team. South Carolina did exactly kind of in my write-up what I said they would do. Georgia's the one that come out of the gate slow, a lot of 3 and outs. They even gained more yardage on them. They passed for more yards. They were more successful on the ground and in the air. They couldn't capitalize on third down, and they could not put the ball in the end zone and get into scoring position. That's what cost them that game. Even went to a couple overtimes where I thought, okay, if Georgia would have made that field goal that they missed to lose the game, we would have gone into one more overtime, and all it would have taken was one of those teams to get into the end zone, and we would have still covered it. But we didn't. So we took a loss there. Michigan, team that we've made great money with this year. Oklahoma, another team that we've made great money this year. Even when people want to fade teams like Michigan, that's when we've made the most money off of them. Last 2 weeks, we've crushed with Michigan. They start out up 28-0, and they're not even trying at that point. This should be a 40 to 50 point blowout. They can basically name their score. They let them come all the way back and make a damn game of it. Illinois, guys? Really? Illinois. Oklahoma. We got it back down into single digits with the buy down, and I believe they truly could have done it, but I can't take anything away from Oklahoma because, again, that's their rival, neutral site, always a tough game. So we'll take that one for it is what it is. The Georgia one was disgusting. Georgia, I mean, I don't care what case you want to make for Georgia now, they've screwed themselves. They really have. Sure, they could still make the postseason, but the thing is, it's like I said in my write-up. You had a handful of teams that needed to make a statement this weekend. Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, Oklahoma needed to win, and then whoever won with LSU, Florida, because Ohio State had the week off. Those teams needed to make a statement. With Florida LSU, there wasn't a statement needed to be made. It was whatever team won. Then you had, and then Notre Dame. Notre Dame needed to make a statement against USC, a far inferior team. Oklahoma just needed to beat Texas, but, beat them, go out there and actually beat them. Georgia needed to trounce South Carolina. Clemson needed to trounce Florida State, and Alabama needed to trounce A&M. I even said my write-up. Saban and Dabo Swinney are going to go out there and do just that. They're trying to make statements, especially Dabo, knowing that all he has to do is have one more close game against the cupcake schedule he has, and he's backing up even more. And somebody like an Ohio State or a Georgia or an Oklahoma will be right there to take the position because they're more deserving based on the wins, the way they win, strength of schedule, so on. Bama did that. We had a nice win on Bama. We had a nice win on Wisconsin. Georgia, Michigan, Notre Dame, Oklahoma. Just one after the other. Just ate us alive. Just ate us absolutely alive. We come back. We win those 2 games in the afternoon. Notre Dame crushes us. Vanderbilt can't cover against UNLV. Then we get into Sunday. And this is where it just really starts to eat at me. Because we have Cleveland as a pick'em. Started out as an underdog. We go out there and we take the Baltimore Ravens. But we actually get a softer line and we're able to buy down a hook and actually get it to where it's reasonable. We take the Chiefs -4. And then we go out there and we take the Redskins on a small play, but we take the over. And we also take the over in the Kansas City game, which was probably my favorite overall NFL pick of the day. Besides the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they go out there, they're playing great. They're playing like the Cleveland last year. All this hype around Cleveland. What they're playing like. And they single-handedly let Russell Wilson, which I'm not taking anything away from Russell Wilson. Phenomenal quarterback. Best mobile quarterback we may ever see. But they let him come back by himself and win this game. Not just come back, but win it. So, Cleveland deserves all the chatter around them that says that they were overhyped to begin with. They deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. Baltimore Ravens let Cincinnati come backdoor them at the last second. Washington lets Miami come backdoor them at the last second. We did hit the over in Kansas City. Kansas City allows Houston to come back, not only come through to backdoor them, but to win outright and make Deshaun Watson look like an absolute quarterback god. And if you think about it, they're always going to say, Deshaun could throw garbage into thin air. If somebody even gets remotely close to catching it, they'll say, what a beautiful pass. They always have with him. They always do with any quarterback that comes out of that university. But they allowed him to throw on target yesterday, which has been a struggle for Deshaun. Not against Cleveland. The Falcons go out there and lose again to the Cardinals. The Falcons are absolutely atrocious. I mean, just unreal. And then, who else lost yesterday? The Rams got their ass kicked by the 49ers. We did have a top play yesterday on the Houston Astros, so that came through. But it was a bad weekend, guys. No sugarcoating it. It was a bad weekend. And it's a weekend that will soon be forgotten because anybody that's been with me for any length of time, whether you've been with me for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 2 years, if you've been with me at any time when we go through a little rough patch for a day or a couple of days or a weekend or maybe even a week, and we hit that little cold streak, you know that we come back, we get all the money back, and we go on an absolute tear. So the bounce backs are always make the cold streaks worth the while. So all I can say is, if it's something that you're interested in, jump on board. You certainly will not be disappointed in what we're going to do this week. And I'm not going to give you some spiel about, I'm putting in the hours, I'm doing this. I'm not changing nothing that I do. Because my system works. And I already put in the hours. I put in more hours than from anybody else you're going to find in this business. That's a fact. Not changing nothing. Just because my system doesn't come through every single day doesn't mean that it doesn't come through a hell of a lot more than it doesn't. That's what makes people money in the long term. That's what counts. That's what I'm about. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Continue to grind it out. And come this weekend, once we finish it out, all will soon be forgotten. Now, before I give you a free play, I had a customer of mine named DJ. He's been with me. He just finished up his second baseball season with me. And we're in the postseason now. And he calls me yesterday, and he says, Chase, can I go ahead and buy 2020's baseball season? And I was like, what? He said, I want to go ahead and buy 2020 baseball. And I said, I don't even have a baseball package for next year up yet. And this is why he said it. He's like, I don't want the money to burn a hole in my pocket. I've been with you for 2 baseball seasons. He's like, I've made more money during baseball than I do at my actual job. And we're already in the postseason. We've had just as many top plays as we've had premium plays. We keep cashing baseball play after baseball play after baseball play. And he said, I want to go ahead and invest and go ahead and get it out of the way, don't have to worry about it. But will you give me a discount? Because last year, it's a $2,000 package that I charge. And that's honestly too cheap, truth be told. But last year around Christmas time, I cut it to half price. And I think it was up for like 24 hours maybe 48 hours. And almost every single one of my clients from the previous season signed up to get the half price. Why wouldn't you? I mean, spring training starts in February. You're going to save half your investment just like that, knowing that you're going to sign up for it the second baseball starts anyway. So he gave me an idea, which I didn't like. I laughed at him at first. But he's like, what if you gave – because I knew that I would do some type of early bird like at the beginning of the new year or something. He said, what if you gave an early bird to people that were interested now, which are the people that are going to be interested are going to be your returning clients, more than likely. And he said you gave them an additional discount, which I really was not humoring the idea of because I said I'm already selling it too cheap to begin with. Then I give them the early bird 50% off. You want me to give them something else? He said, yeah. He said, then you're going to know who your truest investors are. Offer them an insanely big discount. Give them something in return. They'll invest in it now. They'll get next year's baseball 100%. I mean. The discount's insanity, what he's talking about. But then also maybe offer them a small package now, like give them a week of service, something like that, just to get the blood flowing now. If they're already on a week package or something like that, just go in and extend them another week. I'm not going to make this public because I don't need 5,000 emails, but if you are interested in getting next year's baseball at less than a quarter of the price, just send me an email, chase@chasewins.com. I'm going to allow up to 10 people to get it. I think I'm going to cap it at that, and we'll see. More than likely, a lot of them are going to be returning clients. But I'm going to leave it up till 5 o'clock. Send me an email if you're interested. I'll go over the details with you. If you want it, we'll make it happen today. You'll be locked in, and then, after 5 o'clock, I'm going to stop even responding to emails about it because it'll be over. So 5 o'clock. And then when I ran the deal last week or the week before, whatever it was, for the 1 year all access, I am still to this day getting emails of people asking me, well, can I get it? Can I do this? What can I do? What can I do here? It's a $4,000 package, guys. It's a $16,000 value if you bought everything you got individually. I do it for $4,000. Yeah, I put it up for $2,000. Had a couple of people win it for the discount, and it went back up. I cannot escape the amount of emails that I'm getting about this package. And some of you know exactly who you are. So, the first 5 people to email me about this, I'll be giving the biggest discount that I've ever done on a 1 year all access. I'm not making it public. I'm not putting it on social media. I'm not doing anything like that. The first 5 people will get a response. But if you're truly not interested, if it's really not something you want, don't bother emailing me. It's a waste of your time and mine. People that are truly interested, I can already tell you who at least 4 of the 5 people are going to be. And we'll get this set up today. We'll get you on what you want. And then the people that were on the 3-day this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, don't worry, you will be extended. I'm going to work on it. It's going to take me until late this afternoon to get everybody done. But you will be extended before games start tonight, so have no fear. And I'm getting through emails as quickly as I can. People are starting to get bent out of shape. When on a Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, they send me an email and I hadn't responded back at 5. It's the one afternoon a week that I spend with my family. Otherwise, I'm doing this 14 to 16 hours a day, doing it till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every day. And you guys know that. Anybody that's been with me for any length of time knows that I'm doing this night and day. They call me at midnight, I answer. They text me at 2 o'clock in the morning. More than likely, I answer back because I'm still working. Sunday afternoons after everything's done and posted, that's the one day a week that I like to just disappear for a little while. Some people just don't accept that. So I'm getting through them as quickly as I possibly can. And if we can get these preseason baseball for 2020, as well as, and like I said, whoever does the baseball, if you're not already on the postseason and you are one of those people that end up getting it, you'll get the remainder of the postseason for this year. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you there, and also toss you, something, just so that way before, especially if you're new, you'll kind of get to see how things work prior to, and then you'll be set up for next baseball season. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I think everybody knows that nobody matches me in baseball, never has, and I don't plan on ever letting them. So that and the 1 year all access, let's get that out of the way today, and then I'm going to have a big announcement either tomorrow or Wednesday, something that was been requested by a few different people that I've refused to do. I said I'd never do it. I think I'm going to do it one time only. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger just yet. Let's get through this. Let's get back on track. Let's get this off to a nice winning week, and then we'll go from there. So now let's get on a free play. This has gone on long enough. So I'm going to take the Washington Capitals tonight in the NHL. It's going to be a big day in the nation's capital. It is going to be a big day for sure. We've got, let me check something real quick. I just want to make sure nothing's changed. I think Washington was still sitting at 125. That's what I bet it at. Okay, so it moved to 130. So the free play will be Washington Capitals minus 130, playing at home against the Avalanche. The Avalanche are surprisingly undefeated. I think that's where that comes to an end tonight. I think Washington matches up with them very, very well at the forward position. I think that both goalies are pretty evenly matched. So I think that, truthfully, the speed of the Washington Capitals is what gives them the edge overall to Colorado. Not to mention you're on home ice. That city's going to be buzzing and electric because the Nationals come back home to play tonight at 7:30 against the St. Louis Cardinals. And so everybody's going to be hyped and ready. And that's kind of like the pregame to the NHL postseason tonight because the Caps game starts at 5 o'clock. So it'll be wrapping up as we get into the first few innings of that baseball game. Lean on the baseball game. I'm going to have to lean Nationals again. This kind of reminds me with Strasburg going up tonight. I mean, obviously you've got Strasburg Flaherty, total sitting at 7, which is beyond accurate for the caliber of those two pitchers. I'm going to be honest with you; it's almost too obvious. If I had to touch total, I think that each of them give up the long ball at some point, so we could easily see an over. Probably not going to touch the total, but I've got to lean Washington Nationals here. I feel like this is a kind of like deja vu from 2015 when they were, the Cardinals were NL Central, division champions, and they came in, very, very highly favored against the Cubs, truth be told, after the Cubs beat the Pirates in the wild card, and they got swept. Same thing kind of goes here. St. Louis was expected to potentially be here. Washington was not, and just like the Cubs weren't in 2015, you're already down a quick 2-0, and then you get to come back home with your stud pitcher on the mound. I think, it's going to be a hard-fought game with Flaherty out there, and I think Cardinals are going to be truly swinging for the hills. But the Nationals are the better team, in my opinion. I said that before this series started. Not by a wide margin, but I think that they're better coached, better managed, how you want to say it. I do think that their lineup right now, their overall 9-man rotation is stronger, and I think they're swinging the bat. I think they're playing smarter baseball. And the pitching, overall, the Nationals definitely have the pitching advantage with that 1-2 Scherzer-Strasburg punch. Neither bullpen is anything to write home about. And then, obviously, you've got home field tonight in the nation's capital. And I think I think we're going to see tonight where home field really does go into effect and mean something. So lean on the Washington Nationals. Free play, official free play, Washington Capitals and NHL -130. Make sure you send me an email if you're interested in either one of those. I'll get right back to you, let you know what's going on, what you can get. And like I said, I'm not going to make this public because I don't need 5,000 emails. And if I said the price, then my email would probably self-implode. So, but we'll make it happen for 10 people, and we'll make it happen for a few lucky people on the 1-year all access. So send me an email, chase@chasewins.com. Let's make it happen after 5 p.m. today. Done. I'm not even going to worry about it. And we'll just chalk it up to maybe nobody wanted it. So, good luck, guys. It's going to be a free play. Let's start the week off strong. We'll bounce back. That I can promise you. And come this weekend, that will be a very, very distant memory, and we'll be right back to our profitable ways. I love you guys. Keep grinding. God bless to you all, and I will see you back for Tuesday. Hopefully, we'll be doing a live show around 10:15 tomorrow morning. See you guys.